Hey everybody, welcome to week 6. This week we're going to get into IT alignment and strategic planning. And I think historically what's important to note here is, 20, 30 years ago, the IT organization did not have a seat at the table at the C level, meaning there was not a position of chief information officer, which meant, that organization typically wasn't included in strategic planning. When you're not included in strategic planning, that typically means you get left out of budgeting conversations and just kind of creates a downstream effect. So that's been in place for some time. And then in the healthcare space, we've seen this evolve a little bit more where we're also seeing the role of chief data officer. So we have someone at the C level that's responsible for all the data. We also have what's called the chief information security officer, or CISO is what they're commonly referred to for short. Because again, hospital organizations have started to realize that it is just incredibly important to have people at the table for discussion for these type of things, from a strategic planning standpoint, from a budgetary standpoint, obviously from the privacy and security space. That organization is always in need of funding for increased hardware, software, firewall updates, cybersecurity, insurance policies, training, all of those things. Same thing with data. We need financial resources to set up data warehouses. We need people that are trained on how to analyze that data scientists. And again, we can shape a lot of decisions based off of that. So let me give you a great example. I live in Kansas City, and I was contacted by a hospital here in town that, due to contract, will have to remain nameless, but they had a problem with what they referred to as frequent flyers in their emergency room. So people that had 12 or more visits to the emergency room within a 12-month period of time. So they did not have someone at the table for that data position for a chief data officer. So it just didn't get the visibility it needed. So they contracted with me to analyze some of that data and help try and identify, what are some of these patterns? What can we do to help drive down these unnecessary ER visits, right? Because where's the most expensive place to get treatment? The emergency room. Where's the one place that can't deny you care based on your ability to pay? The emergency room. So we've got a system set up to fail, which is a huge problem. So that's what we'll talk about for this week is, focus on that alignment and strategic planning, which is, as I mentioned last week, isn't overly exciting, but it is important. So always keep that in mind. By this week at the absolute latest, I need your team leader to send me 2 or 3 options for presentation time slots for your team to deliver their presentation for the week. So you'll be doing that in week 7. So hopefully you're coming close on getting that all put together. But send me 2 or 3 time slots. I will do my very best to accommodate your first choice. And in most cases, I can find a time that's in your 3 options you give me. On a rare occasion, I might have to come back and say none of those work. Send me something else. Also, early bird kind of gets the worm. So right now I have nothing from any of the teams and all the classes I'm teaching. So the sooner you get those to me, the better your likelihood of getting your pick is. Okay? So I know some of you have been watching these videos. When I look at the data behind the scenes, I see that there are some that are simply not watching, and you're missing out on key content. So I think now's the time to offer up an incentive. So the first 3 people to email me the password of New England Clam Chowder will be awarded 5 extra credit points, and I'll give you an additional point if you can name the movie that password line came from. So best of luck this week, and look forward to seeing your work.